Hi, this is Jamie from jamiegjohnson.com, and I'm bringing you your free short guided journaling prompts for the month of January. If you're looking for a way to sort out the month ahead and find a purposeful path forward, you're in the right place. These journaling questions can be a guide for you as you create your wonderful days. I'll hold the space for you so you can sit back in the stillness, ponder, plan, and write. Grab a journal or notebook and a writing tool, and let's begin. I can't believe it's January already. We have a brand new year, a bright white canvas just waiting to be filled with the things that are most important to you. Sometimes, though, we make the mistake of using the beginning of January to plan out our whole year. But I have found that doesn't always work out very well. It's hard to make a list of New Year's goals or resolutions and then expect ourselves to follow them perfectly throughout the remainder of the year. Every month and every season presents unique opportunities and different challenges. So that's why I create these monthly guided journaling questions, so you can take the goals and dreams that are important to you right now and mold them, shape them, or completely change them throughout the year to fit your changing needs and desires. So while we will be doing a little big picture planning here at the beginning with questions 1 and 2, know that we are going to scale it down to hone in and focus on just this month of January during question 3. So let's get started. January is all about newness of life and moving forward with a renewed sense of purpose. But before we can move forward, we have to look back to notice how far we've come. If you remember, last month we took a few minutes to reflect back over the year. If you didn't catch last month's journaling prompts video, you can still go back and listen to question number 1, where we journaled about all of the good things we enjoyed, the accomplishments, the lessons learned, and the blessings, big and small. The link is in the notes. Now, if you have already made this list, find it in your journal and look over it. Feel free to pause the video and add to your list if you want to, and then answer this question. Considering all that happened last year, what lessons did I learn that I want to carry with me into this year? I love making a list of lessons learned because it can really guide your goals and dreams for this year. You might want to make some changes because of the lessons you learned, or maybe it's just good to look back and see all the things you learned and how far you have come. So I'll give you about 3 minutes to write and to think about this, and I will be writing right alongside you. go ahead and pause the video if you need more time. Otherwise, let's revisit all the dreams you wrote down last month. Once again, if you missed December's journaling prompts, we explored things we might like to try this year, old projects we want to unshelve and pursue with intention, and ways we might want to use our gifts and talents to bless the world. You can go back and listen to last month's video, questions 2, 3, and 4. Once you have your list of dreams, turn to a clean sheet in your journal. Turn your page so that it's horizontal, or landscape, orientation, or the hot dog way, and then split your page into 3 sections by drawing 2 lines down your page. Title the first section 10 plus years, the second section, the middle section, 3 to 5 years, and the third section, this year. Once you have your sections drawn and titled, look over the list of dreams you wrote last month and start writing them in the appropriate columns. Which dreams do you really want to accomplish or work towards this year? Our hearts are so big and our minds are so vast that we often long to do far more than our human lives will allow. So even though all of our dreams are important, we may not be able to do all of them in this season or even this year, and that's okay. It's better to hone in and focus well on just a few meaningful dreams than it is to only haphazardly work on many goals and dreams. So list your goals and dreams in 3 sections, 10 plus years, 3 to 5 years, and this year. I'll give you about 3 minutes to list your goals and dreams in the 3 sections. Make sure you really listen to your heart and your mind as you do this exercise. Now that you have a big picture vision of where you want to go, you can take a deep breath and set aside the longer term goals and dreams. For the rest of this year, we'll mainly focus on the this year section. So bookmark this list so you can use it as we plan out each month over the course of this year. But instead of leaving your this year list as your golden standard for the year, we're going to take it one step further. See, the problem I notice with annual planning, New Year's resolutions, and big picture goal setting is that it's so big and 12 months is such a long time frame that after 6 months or even just 1 month, the goals we felt so passionate about have been cast aside and we're on to other things that catch our attention. So while it's good to have this list to refer to, this is not the only plan you'll make this year. That's why it's so important to sit down at the start of each month, revisit our goals, and tweak them, or even change them completely if necessary. It's impossible to know what our spring will look like exactly, or what summer will bring, or what curveballs will be thrown in the fall. So for the rest of the prompts today, we're going to zoom in on January only. Next month I'll be back with prompts to plan your February, so for now, we don't need to worry about anything except this month. Look at your list of dreams and goals you just barely compiled for this year. Which one or ones do you want to focus on this month? Be careful not to choose too many, but on the flip side, make sure you have a little bit of variety and enough goals to keep it interesting, and so you don't get tired of working on just one thing. Your third question is, which goals and dreams do I want to focus on this month? I'll give you about 2 minutes to ponder and write, but you can always pause the video if you need more time. Now that you have your little handful of meaningful things you want to focus on this month, you can easily create your weekly plan and your daily to-do list each day to work on these goals. Just make sure that when you do, you take those big dreams and goals and you break them down into small, actionable steps so you don't get overwhelmed. To wrap up this journaling session, I want to talk a little bit about a trendy New Year's tradition. It's pretty popular these days to create a word for the year or a certain theme to live by. And while I think it's valuable to be intentional with living out our days, I find it really hard to narrow it down to just one word or theme to guide me for a whole year. 365 days is a long time to focus on just one thing. I find that I usually forget my one word long before the year is done. So I want to modify this idea just a little bit. Let's stay small and create a special word or theme that can guide you for this month only. Is there a particular word that has been on your mind lately? Is there a certain quality you want to develop? Is there something you want to engrave in your heart? Maybe it's joy or peace, smile or savor, slow. Maybe it's love without borders, small and simple things, or living in the present moment now. Maybe there's a song that has been on repeat in your mind that could guide your days this month. What lyrics are impacting you so profoundly as of late? Your question is, what will be my one word for January and why? And bonus points if you have a song to go with it. Feel free to pause the video for a bit if you need time to ponder what word you want to guide you, or to browse through your music playlist to pick a song. I hope these questions have helped you carve out an intentional January. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I hope you have the best January ever. Thanks for journaling with me today. If you are looking for more guided journaling videos, subscribe to my channel. I create new guided journal prompts each month. And if you are looking for tips to weave more wonder and beauty into your everyday life, you can sign up for a free 7-day challenge on my blog. You'll find lots of resources there about guided journaling and finding the wonder in the middle of your ordinary days. I'll see you next time.